Yes, check.
Yes, hello, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Can you hear me?
Yes, excellent. Okay,
All
maybe
right, so
you might
sorry.
try the what you call as the slide,
Ah,
please.
the slide. Okay, okay. Sorry, yeah. Just now I have internet connection. I'm at the office, but
Okay, okay,
the
no
line is not
problem.
very good here. Right. I try to share. Sorry, I'm not really used to Zoom, so I'm searching for the presentation. Oh, share screen. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, share screen.
All right. Okay, I try to share first.
Yes, excellent.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, yes, sure.
Can you see my screen now?
Yep,
All right.
perfect.
Is it moving?
Yep, yep.
Okay,
Yes,
good. All right, good. Thank you, Dr. Bambang.
no problem. So just leave the screen first.
Okay, I just leave the screen first. Wait, Stop share. All right.
Yep, okay, good, good. So how are
Okay.
you? Everything okay?
Okay, good. I'm fine. How are you, Dr. Bambang? And
Yeah, sure.
the audience also.
Yes.
I guess in this platform is also PhD students, right?
Yep. Yeah, some of
Yeah.
them
Okay.
PhD student and then as well
All right.
as master student and also general audience. Okay, so
Okay.
forgot about the capacity of Zoom meeting room. Actually, that
Uh-uh.
300. So there's so many people can come in. Don't worry.
All right. Okay. Dr. Bambang, sorry for my background, because my background is not really. Is it
No,
okay?
no problem. That's
Okay.
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 Understand that.
Right.
No
Okay.
problem. So we wait until 3 minutes. So maybe you
Okay,
need
sure.
some drink or yeah. Okay, sure.
Ah,
Okay.
all right, all right, all right. Okay, sure, sure. But it's just informal sharing, right, Dr. Bambang? So hope it is just sharing session. So I think throughout the session, it will be an informal sharing session lah.
Okay, hi everyone. So we just we'll start in 1 minute. Okay, so just be there. Okay.
Hello, Dr. Bambang. Sorry, just now are you talking just
Yes.
now?
Yeah, sure. Yep. You can open your camera if you want.
Okay. Okay.
Right.
I
So
changed position.
oh, okay. Much better.
Right. Okay.
Right. Can we start now?
Okay, can sure, Doctor.
All right. Okay. Assalamualaikum. Very good afternoon, everyone. So thank you very much for joining this webinar. So allow me to introduce myself. My name is Bambang. I am a lecturer here at Faculty of Education, Universitas Islam International Indonesia. So some of you are student in our faculties. Others, I think, see coming from uh, not from Triple IU, right? So that's okay. So welcome. Okay. So this afternoon, we are very glad to have Dr. Siti Nadya Zynuddin. She's Malaysian, of course. Okay, and then just a short introduction about her. Okay, Siti Nadia is a student of mine long time ago. Just recently graduated. Will be have a convocation or graduation ceremony this month, right? Dr. Siti Nadia is a kind of student who always surprise me. All right. So just to tell the truth, okay. From beginning, I've been approached by her, and then she asked me to become her supervisor. Right. So it's always a surprise to me, right? So and then he's one of the students who are willing to listen and change the method drastically. Previously, she used a plan to use classical test theory and then change to RAS model, and then always work hard and then completed the thesis on time. And one of the achievement of her study is published in the top journals, which is in Scopus Q1 as well as Web of Science list, based on her literature review in her thesis. All right. So I think you can see the quality from the work of PhD thesis that can publish at the top quality journal. So we would like to hear from her directly the experience as well as the challenges, okay, and then the ups and down in terms of preparing the article, okay, based on her thesis. All right. So without further ado, okay, I would like to please Dr. Siti Nadia to start the lectures. Okay. Okay, Dr. Nadia,
Okay,
screen is
thank
yours.
you so much. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Bambang. Okay, before I share my screen, okay, first of all, Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, PhD students, and to first of all, I would like to express my utmost gratitude to my supervisor, my respected and my beloved supervisor, Dr. Bambang, for inviting me to share about my a bit of portion of my thesis. And I want to say that Dr. Bambang is very excellent and very supportive supervisor, and I'm so thankful that I met him in my second semester. Okay, in my second semester, and I'm very thankful because he's very positive. He's always supported me to carry out the research that I want to focus on, and his swift response towards my work during my PhD is very, very make me very make me very thankful and grateful to have Dr. Bambang as supervisor. Thank you, Dr. Bambang. Okay, firstly, okay, I am as introduced before Dr. Bambang, I am Siti Nadya Zynuddin, PhD student. Alhamdulillah, I have completed my studies and will be graduating soon, inshallah, on the 25th of November, this coming November. And currently, I am working in Ministry of Education, educational division, educational planning and research division, Ministry of Education, as an assistant director. And currently, I am in parliamentary unit affair, and nowadays we are just now this morning I've involved with the parliamentary the questions that have raised from the MPs in the Dewan Negara and Dewan Rakyat, and we will be starting our Dewan Negara. And without further ado, before we start, I want to let us pray for our brothers, sisters, and children in the Palestine, and we hope that they are our brothers, sisters, and children in Palestine are safe and strong and always in Allah protection. Amin ya Rabbal Alamin. Okay, without further ado, may I share my screen? Okay, everyone can see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, Doctor.
Everyone can see my screen?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Okay, okay, before I start, I just it is my sharing. Actually, I want it to be two ways communication, and actually this is sharing from my own experience, and I'm sure everyone here had even Dr. Bambang himself have he's very knowledgeable in his field, and I just want to share from my experience what I'm doing from my PhD thesis. Okay. All right. Basically, this today I would like to share with all of you on this topic. For number one, I try to share my best about the chapter 2 that I've written in my thesis, and also versus the article. All right, and I will explain more and share more after this. And for number 2, I will be sharing on the motivation behind the article. What motivated me to produce this article? And how about the next is how about the writing process, and of course the challenges, a lot of challenges, and the peer review process. I will share with you the comments I received from the editor and also the reviewers, okay, and the strategies, how the strategies to bounce back, how I bounce back that time after I received the very harsh but very constructive comments from the reviewer. And also number 7, what are the lesson learned and key takeaways from the experience of publishing the article. Okay, all right, next. Okay, these two are okay. At my right, sorry, at my left side is my chapter 2, and this one at my right side is the article journal. Okay, for literature review, why I choose to write my literature review using the systematic literature review. Okay, for your information. Okay, I think you already know when we write, we can write our chapter 2 using either conventional way or using systematic literature review. I hope you already have in mind what is the conventional. Conventional is have you have seen before in your seniors thesis, and the systematic literature review actually in Malaysia, in my field, in education field, I can see that when I read the previous thesis, I could see that a few theses use this approach when wrote the chapter 2 in their thesis. So why? What is the big why I use? Because I'm a science background. Okay. I see things very objective, and when I read thesis from seniors, I think how I asked myself how I'm gonna write this because it's a lot. Okay, if you see, sorry everyone listening because I cannot see. I just see my screen. I cannot see everyone. So everyone
Yes, we can hear
are with
you.
me now?
We're listening
All right.
to.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, we can see.
All right. So after I went for a class conducted by other faculty in University Malaya, and that was the first time I saw this approach. Okay, I saw this approach when I go to the class. Okay, the presenter explain and introduce about SLR using article. Okay, that one. Okay, first I know about SLR when I go to class. When I went to that class, and that time the presenter shows using the article. And the next one. Okay, so from there I gain spark. Oh, okay, all right, and it is very interesting because it's very structured. It got I will dig more. I will explain more on the prisma method that used as a guidance. Starting from I will share later. Starting from how we can search for the article. Okay. Then what's next and what are the steps. Okay. So I love the structured approach in SLR. So after that, I went for a class that teach on how to do chapter 2 using SLR. So I decided to I consulted Dr. Bambang too. Is it okay if I want to use SLR? As he told earlier, I come with so many surprises. Yes, I think I approach Dr. Bambang to do something always surprise him. Okay, so I tried to convince Dr. Bambang, can I use SLR to write my chapter 2? So Dr. Bambang, as always, he's very positive and supportive, and he give opportunity to me to write SLR using SLR approach with in my chapter 2. Okay, so the difference. Okay, so basically, when my examiner during my proposal defense and candidature defense, my examiner asked me because it's quite new to write chapter 2 using SLR, so it's I have to convince my examiner why I use SLR, and alhamdulillah, even for my viva also the examiner is very positive, and he's very happy with the writing in for my chapter 2. Okay, especially my examiner during my candidature defense and also proposal defense, because at first they are really not really supported, but after I explain and they agree and they agree on the yes. Hello.
No, that's
Okay.
okay.
So
Continue.
So next. Okay. So for me what is the benefit, or what is the um benefit of SLR approach, because it is very structured and actually it guide me a lot along way my chapter 2 writing, because it shows rigorous searching, because it has steps. Later I will show you steps about how to do systematic literature review, and that help me to map and write the chapter 2. Okay. Okay, so for the article, okay, actually the article is it is the baby of my chapter 2. Okay, because I use SLR method for my chapter 2, and from chapter 2 I try to come up with an article. Okay. So I share with you the chronology when I started this article. All right. So the first draft. Okay, this article took me about almost 1.5 years to publish. Okay, so I started the first draft on December 2021 when my supervisor asked me to present on a conference. So that time I still collected my data. So I I told my supervisor, can I share my chapter 2? So it started since then. So at the conference, I presented the SLR, and then but I decided to publish the article in the other journal. Okay, all right. So the first draft was on December 2021. Okay, the first submissions I tried to submit in on the 14th April 2022, and as I was so ambitious, I tried Web of Science Journal. Okay, so I tried and I got rejected. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, I was rejected. But I feel quite frustrated, but happy at the same time because my article was rejected by an esteemed scholar, esteemed journal in my field, and they provide very rigorous and very good comments that I can use that comment what that was given from the editor in that journal to improve my article. So I feel grateful, and I try to do to revise my article based on the comments provided by the editor and the reviewers of the journal. And I try to keep on submitting. I keep on submitting the other WOS journal also, because okay, after my third trial of submitting, I started to, okay, fine, okay, I want to, okay, now I think my article not up to standard to WOS journal. So I told my SV, my supervisor, okay, I want to try to submit to Scopus. But my supervisor told me, no, you try to submit to Web of Science. Okay, I try to submit, and also in University Malaya, we have a team that conducted a workshop. Okay, Faculty of Education initiative. They conducted a workshop, writing workshop, and there we can have consultation directly with other lecturers also. So I give my article to one of the lecturer, Dr. Doni, and he also look at my article and give me suggestions how to improve the article. And I've gained the insight from the workshop also, and from Dr. Doni's suggestions also. And Dr. Doni also told me that his student also 11 times submit to Web of Science Journal and got rejected. So for me, just 3 times got rejected. It's none it's not that bad. So he asked me also to keep on submitting. And Dr. Bambang also always give me positive words. When I got rejected, I share with my supervisors, and they told me to keep submitting. I remember Dr. Bambang said to me, publication is about the resilience, about submitting, how we can be resilient, and how can we keep on submitting even we got rejected. Okay, so the factors of this publication is not from myself. I have supportive supervisors, supportive lecturers, supportive friends. So when I got the result, so I will share with my supervisors and also my friends. So from there, I will gain insights from my friends to improve the article. Okay. All right. Next. Okay. Okay. I want to share with you the chronology again. Okay. So I keep on submitting, and on the 4th August, okay, I submitted to Helion. I started to submit to Helion, and on quite some time, they replied the email on 22nd of October, about 2 months. Okay, I received an email for major revisions. Okay, I show you the content of the email. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, these are the email, okay, received from the editor, right? Okay, and you can see that I have to I have to do recommend major revisions before publication. Okay, and for your info, even we have already complete our revisions, it's not guaranteed that we will be published. Our article will be published. So I just do the correction, do the revision as provided by the editors. You can see here. Okay, for example, okay, the question, do the authors explain the reason for writing a review article in this field? Okay, here we have, I have three reviewers. Okay, you can see here. Okay, okay. For example, reviewer two is comment about explain the reasons for writing a review article. Okay, according to the purpose of the study is to review the linkages. All right. Okay, quite positive. Okay, so you look at reviewer 3. The major flaw of the manuscript is that it lacks a clearly defined research problem statement and explanation of how the problem fits into a larger research agenda. So actually, from the comments by the editor, we can upgrade our article. So I think it's very helpful if we can. I'm very encourage researchers to try to submit to good journal, because the good journal give us very good comments. So I'm very grateful because I can make and improve the article. Okay, so here, so this is the response that I reply to the reviewer, the editor, in the matrix form. Okay, Dr. Bambang helped me a lot. He he suggested to me to reply in the matrix. Okay, excuse me. Okay, excuse me for a while. Dr. Bambang, can I excuse for a while?
Sure, sure, no problem.
Wait, I have to drink water.
Oh yeah,
Can?
sure, it's okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, yes, no problem. Okay, guys, so just wait until Dr. Nadia. Okay,
Hello,
she returned.
sorry.
Right,
I'm back. I'm
no
back.
problem. Mm.
Okay, sorry, I talk a lot. Okay, all right. So Dr. Bambang has guided me to reply to the editors in matrix form. Okay, so I want to share with you all. So how I responded to the reviewer. For example, okay, the question number 1. Do the authors explain in the reason for writing a review in this field? So I reply to the reviewer one by one of the comment. I copy from the email and put inside the matrix. And the comment, please refer. Okay, so I responded as like this. We have amended the manuscript as suggested by, okay, Dr. Bambang asked me, Dr. Bambang guide me how to reply to the editor. Thank you, Dr. Bambang. And so here goes the other comments that I got from the editor. And as you can see, all right, the question number 2. Does the review article provide a good overview of the development of the field while providing insights on its future development? So this time I have to really crack my head to answer and try to improve my article based on the suggestions by the editor. And I want to share with you how I do it. First, I try to seek help from supervisors and also my friends and other lecturers in University Malaya. And from the discussion, I got an idea, and I do the amendment in my article. And most of what helped me, I try to search from the previous SLR article. For example, I try submit in Helion. I search for SLR article in Helion, and I look at how how they write the article. And some parts I do copy actually from other previous previous SLR article, I copy in terms of how they write the sentence. So from there, I learn from there from previous SLR article. I learn how to overcome the suggestions and provides input as suggested by the examiner, sorry, by the editor or reviewer. Okay, so it's a very quite a lot for the major revision, but I managed to get. But I want to share with you also. At that time, I received this email. My study leave almost over. I have to come back for work. I'm very tired at that time, but I pushed myself. I I told myself I have to finish this before I go back to work. And luckily, I submit. Okay, I submit again, and after that, after few rounds of revision, after that they reply to me again. They other things they want to upgrade, and I think about 3 rounds of revision, and at the last part it just want me to do some formatting in for my article. And thank you, Dr. Bambang also helped me a lot at that time. He helped me to formatting on the part on the references, and I very thank you, Dr. Bambang. And this one is for associate editor, the comment from the associate editor. So basically, I want to share with you how I reply to the editor and also the reviewer of the journal, right? All right, so these are the comments and the answers, the responses that we have replied to the reviewer. Okay, we go back to the slide. All right. Okay, as you can see here, the SLR article, the main things that highlighted in SLR that make it different from conventional approach is it has about 3 steps. All right. The first, identification. Okay, from here, if you can see here, in the article, I use the leading the Scopus Web of Science and Science Direct as my major um, apa ni? My major as a leading what we call that, I forgot the term. Database. So Scopus, Web of Science and Science Direct, and the supporting database I use Google Scholar and Dimension.ai. So how I do the searching here. Okay, I use the search string. These are the search string. This is a very important. The search string that I use for Web of Science and Scopus for the publication. I just stated using Web of Science and Scopus. But for my thesis, I use 5 databases. Okay. So the requirement for SLR also, they required to this table 2, the inclusion and exclusion criteria. For example, criteria, timeline, publication type, and language. All right. Okay, so timeline, we put our own timeline. For example, 2016 to, okay, for my time, 2016 to 2022. And publication type, journal article. Journal article, I also restricted to Q1 until Q4 only. Okay, and language, English. All right. So the exclusion, okay, you can see here before 2016, book chapters in the book, conference proceeding, newspaper. Okay, this one we excluded from the exclusion criteria. And these are these are the summary of articles that met the inclusion criteria. So you can see here. So I categorize the article into year, country, sample, the sample used in the study, what the theories have been used, and what are the non-cognitive skills domain that have been conducted in the article, and the dependent variable consequences, and the research design, and what are the key findings of the article. Okay, All right, so I show you the article because it's more clear. Okay. All right, the article. The article title is The Relationship Between the School Climate and Students' Non-Cognitive Skill. All right, okay. So basically, the article is highlighting on the review the linkages of school climate with the student development of non-cognitive skills. So these two keywords, school climate and non-cognitive skills. All right, and the current study employs a systematic literature review that adheres to PRISMA that I've shared with you before. Okay, and okay, in the abstract, we mentioned that this study conducted 3 stages of rigorous systematic searching. Okay, these are the key points for SLR. You must have identification, screening, and eligibility. Actually, this process took me about 2 months to finish. Okay, because I have to go through the article, about 5,000 article. But I want to share with you after this how I do it from Scopus. Actually, after I did the search, I searched for the article. Actually, we can use from Scopus, we can transfer all the details to and download as Excel and also in Web of Science. Later, I will show you. So actually, we can during our in Excel form, it is easier to us to to detect duplication, or we want to arrange according to year. Okay, so we can do that in Excel. I will show you after this, right? Right. So here, okay. Also, in this article, I also use VOS viewer software. Okay, this is a free software. I will show you after this, and it's very interesting because we can make team. Because when I talk to my friends and also going to other classes, actually how we want to attract the reviewers' attention, because we must include some the unique, what is the uniqueness of our article. Okay, so after I learned from a friend about VOS viewer software. And okay, after her sharing, I tried to do it, and it's easy. So I think all of you can try, search for VOS viewer software. Okay. All right. So yeah, okay, the introduction, and I just show little bit, and you also can download the article from Google Scholar. Okay. All right. So okay, materials and method. Actually, my dear friends, you can have a look at SLR previous SLR article how to write, because I previous article helped me a lot in writing, because I can see how actually this paragraph I have to put what, and this paragraph I have to put what. So I encourage I encourage all of you to look at the previous literature. So these are the steps. Okay, identification, the screening, and eligibility. Okay, the eligibility, I took quite a time because I have to really read the article, and at this stage, it yielded into 65 articles, right? That really suit in my study. All right. So these are the search string that have been used. That are used in the searching, and these are the process that I showed before. Okay, these are the inclusion and exclusion criteria. Okay, so the leading database and supporting database. All right, and after that, okay, I also identified by hand searching a few suggested by other scholar as I read along. So when I read, and I found that okay, this one suitable for my research, and I have 29 articles that I hand searching. All right, then Okay, so I removed 4,622 articles that were published in non-index journal as I already stated as exclusion criteria. Okay, non-article journal published before year 2016 and non-English. And after that, uh, I remove another 338 articles that has irrelevant areas of interest. For example, leadership, teachers' behaviors, economics, and irrelevant samples. So this one we have to look carefully. We remove the articles if we are not in the research that we want to study. So retain in the eligibility, it retain 403. After that, in the eligibility, I have to read one by one. So this one I remove. From this total of article, I remove 338 that have the exclusion criteria. Then all in all, I got 65 articles that really suit my study. So I only read full article, 65 full article out of 5,000 articles, 5,025 articles. So here, okay, at this stage, we have to really read the article, okay, because we have to put in a matrix that I show you before, okay. Okay, these are the metrics, okay. It took quite a time for me, but yes, we can do it, okay. I try to, sometimes when you read article, when you used to read, I think you can determine which one. Okay, for example, first paragraph talk about the gaps. So you can see, okay, for example, you want to see the samples in methodology. So some articles I just glance through and pick up what is important to fit in my matrix, right? So for example, the research design methodology and key findings usually discussed in the discussion and also the conclusion, right? So I have about the 65 articles here, right? Okay, so based on the, so I analyze the number of articles like this according to the countries, right? And okay, here I use a bibliometric VOS viewer software. Okay, these are the numbers of articles according to year. Okay, these are the outcome of the bibliometric analysis. Okay, summary of themes. Okay, I have 5 themes here. Okay, actually the hardest part is how we can critically what is behind the themes, actually what is behind the graphic, how we want to convince our reader actually. So these are the process is actually is just a process. Everyone can do it, but what can I think examiner, the reader want to see how can we write how can we write the findings behind the team. So I try to, okay, this one I quite struggled to write this, but I'm very grateful to have a friend who already published her SLR paper, and he shared to me. I tried her paper 2-3 times, and I asked her a few times. I always ask her how. She told me that actually the reader want to see this is the critical part. And we have to really understand. For example, for team, okay, the red color, for example. All right. For example, I give you example on cluster 2. Nurturing school climate and presence of non-cognitive skill mitigate delinquent behavior in school. So we from the team, we have to come up with what is actually we want to tell others to understand about um, the presence of school non-cognitive skills that mitigate delinquent behavior. This also we have to think from all the variables that have been analyzed by the VOS viewer. We have to think what is the best theme to give for the variables that highlighted in red color, for example. So this is the crucial part in this paper for me. Okay, right. Okay, so here I cluster the themes into 5 cluster, and this is the summary framework of the themes and trends in school, climate, and non-cognitive skills interlink, the linkages. Okay, so this part, as I told you, we have to very really understand what because we have to be the master behind of all the outcome that we get from the VOS viewer. We have to really understand and digest and think what is actually we want to tell the reader. Okay, so next, okay, these are the framework, and these are the research design, level of analysis, and future recommendation. These are the summary of the methods that have been used in the article, in the 65 articles. Okay, employed cross-sectional studies, experimental design, qualitative study, and I want you to also we have to have knowledge in method also, because when we read article, we have to know other methods also. Even I do quantitative study, for example, Rush model. I do multi-level. So I have to know about other method also, because when we read, we understand. For example, employed cross-sectional studies. Cross-sectional studies mean we collect data only one time. Longitudinal study, we take multiple times of data collection. So we have to have that knowledge also. For example, experimental design, qualitative studies, okay? And so mixed method, multi-source, we have to know what is the difference between multi-source and multi-method. What is the difference between mixed method, okay? Multi-level analysis, what is multi-level analysis? I'm very grateful because my study is about school climate, and the reason why the multi-level analysis is suitable for my study is because the school have levels, for example, the ministry, and we have states office, and we have district, and we have schools. So it's like a complex phenomena in layers. So for my study, it is suitable to use multi-level analysis, for example. And we have to know about what is individual analysis, what is group analysis. Okay, so I urge you to learn also about other methods for us to write more critical in our article, right? Okay, so here, I mentioned also on longitudinal approach, and we have to recommend more research, make use of, reduce bias among, so we have to read a lot also in method, okay? All right, so these are the research contribution, limitation, and conclusion, right? Okay, what are our study is mainly about, okay? The interlink between school climate and non-cognitive skill, okay? All right, so I hope you can read this article. You can download, all right? And here are the research design analysis, all right? All right, we go back to the slide. Okay, so I already share about this slide. Okay, all right, so I think what is the motivation behind the article? Okay, motivation behind the article. First, I write my chapter 2 using SLR approach. So that time, I think it is when I have to publish, because University Malaya, we have to for graduation we have to publish at least one Web of Science article or two scopus. So I tried to challenge myself. Because I do SLR for my thesis, so I tried to produce an SLR paper and try to submit. And also the scarcity of SLR article in the field of my research area, because when I look when I read literature, it is very hard to find really on school climate and non-cognitive skills. All right, so the scarcity of research also have been my motivation behind the article, and I always aim to publish in good journal, because for me the Ministry of Education have given me um, the study leave, the scholarship to further study. So I tried my best to learn as much as I can, and I want to produce something that impactful in this area, and that's why it always be my dream to publish in good journal, and I'm very thankful. I have very supportive supervisors and very supportive colleagues, and where I have very supportive. Actually, we have a group PhD student, and it is very important in our PhD journey to have a group that in our with our friends to share about research, and from there I learned a lot actually. It's not really from reading, yes, but the discussion in the group also make me know about other people research, because it's not um, we have to focus on our research, but we have to know what is other method that have been used in other country, for example. And I got the knowledge from the group that among the PhD students that I my colleagues, my PhD colleagues. All right, next. Okay, the writing process. Okay, as I shared before, it is very critical for us to always read other SLR articles from good journals. Okay, and for me, I read SLR article from my field. Okay, school climate and education policy. All right, so I'm more focused on that. And number two, okay, learn about SLR techniques, because before we want to use the approach, we have to learn about the approach. So I went to classes that share on systematic literature review. And next, search for articles guided by Prisma method. And as from my best knowledge, I think they already have um, more recent method. So we have to find the recent method besides Prisma. I'm not familiar with that, but actually Prisma has been used widely in the health field. For example, the doctors, the health sciences, because it's very objective. But no, currently, um, SLR also have been employed in social sciences, but I think we also can use the SLR approach uh, to make sure that we have, because the the steps that I show you it very helpful. Because when I read chapter 2 previously from the seniors thesis, I think how I'm gonna write this before I have a framework that guide me to write. So that's the main factor why I choose SLR as the approach to write my thesis. Okay, and throughout the writing, uh, I have to analyze the findings and write critically. And this is the hardest part in writing. As I said before, based from the finding, I always ask myself, so what? Okay, the finding is like this, so what? Okay, so we have to really be critical and show the reader what actually we want them to read. Why the finding is very important in this area. Okay, write the uniqueness of the study. So as I said before, the uniqueness of our study. What is the uniqueness? We have to really quite show off in our article writing. What is the uniqueness and what is the differences of our article compared to other articles, right? All right, the challenges. Okay, the challenges. Firstly, I'm a newbie in academic writing. I never write, especially in English. All right, so at first when I registered for my PhD, I want to write in Bahasa Melayu. Bahasa Melayu is our first language here in Malaysia, but my supervisor told me that challenge me to write in English. So I challenged myself. It's quite hard for me to write in English. I think the longest I write during my SPM, back in my Form 5. So now I'm doing my PhD, I have to write about 300 pages in English. But I learned a lot critical academic writing from reading article journal, and also attended a lot of writing class, and also from my supervisors and also from my colleagues. And it took me about a year to how to, because academic writing is different from the writing an essay. It has the techniques actually. If we understand the techniques, so I think it would be um, beneficial for us. Okay, and for me, another challenge is time, because I have 3 years of study leave. So one of my friends told me, why you did SLR? It wasted your time. My seniors, 5 seniors, told that don't do SLR because it took a lot of your time. But I don't really listen to her, and I want to do SLR because I think this is the best time. I got time to learn, so I just proceed with the SLR method. And but Alhamdulillah, within the time I finish the PhD, and also Alhamdulillah can submit the SLR. Okay, and to revise accordingly to reviewers' comments, as I show you before. The reviewers' comments is always outside the box, so we have to think in different angle to tackle the reviewers' comments. And I seek help from supervisors, from my colleagues, from the lecturers in also, and also after reading other articles in SLR articles, and how to handle rejections. And yes, I got rejected a few times, but Alhamdulillah, as Dr. Bambang said, you must have resilience to keep submitting, and that is the major challenges that we then. As for my first submission, the journal said that 90% got rejected. The article submitted to that journal is 90% rejected. So it's normal. I think I'm newbie in academic, but I think rejections is um, common. But the good thing is we can upgrade and improve our article based on the editors or reviewers' comments. All right, and I learned a lot from that. Right. Okay, these are the example how they reject my paper. Okay, for example, my first my first attempt submitting the article, I submit to learning and individual differences. Right. Why I submit to this to this journal? Because from the 65 articles, there are 3 articles come from this journal. So I thought it is suitable for me to try, and it is a very high ranking journal. Okay, so they decline the article, but they provide me a very good comment. And after that, I try to submit to another journal. Okay, school. Okay, school effectiveness and school improvement. Okay, and they told me that it is not appropriate for publication in this journal. So it was being declined. And for Helion, I submitted and I got major revisions as I share with you, right? Okay, how the strategies to bounce back? All right. Before that, I want to share with you how can we search article using Scopus. Okay, for example, okay, I am still student, so I can go through the database. For example, here. Okay, for example, I try to. Okay, can anyone give your team your what kind of study that you have been? Can anyone? Because I already talked a lot. I want to have we have two ways of communication. Can anyone give me what are the variables that you study? So we can find together. Anyone volunteer? Sorry, eh?
Okay, this one, religious education, Islamic education, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yes, Dr. Bambang?
Religious education. This is from Fadia.
Religious. Oh, okay, okay. Religious education.
Okay, sure.
And another variable? Another variable?
So it could be, for example, Asia or maybe Indonesia or something like that. Or
Okay. Okay, here we have to use the Boolean operator. The Boolean operator is the words, for example, and, or. Okay, so for example, just now, Dr. Bambang give religious education and Dr. Bambang, another variable just now?
yeah, for example, Islam.
Islam. Okay. All right, so we try to search. Okay, for example, okay, so we have 1,673. Actually here we can filter what we want to search. For example, our social sciences, right? Betul, Dr. Bambang? Social sciences. And we want only article here. We want only article and language only English. All right. All right. So country, okay. Source type, journal. All right. Okay, limit. Okay, so it will be decrease. Okay, here it decreased to 611 and it will be easy for us to find more focus on what we want to find. For example, okay, here, for example, we want to our research on women's economic and marriage rights. So for example, in Palestine, okay, so we click. Okay, for next we go through. For example, this one also can be included. Okay, and this one, for example, I just click just an example. So what we can do is we can download. We can export CSV file. Okay, here also we can tick normally citation information lah. We tick and we can export. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Scopus. All right. So it will be in Excel file. Okay, just now. Okay, so from here it will easy for us to map. For example, have duplication. So we want to sort by year. So we can play with the Excel here. Okay, so another example I show using Web of Science. All right. Okay, these are the Web of Science. All right. So actually, Web of Science, it has advanced search. I like to use advanced search because we tend to get specific article using this approach. So for example, TS is the Boolean operator. Okay, for example, Boolean and or not. So TS is stand for topic. So as for the article, for example, I type TS. For example, I try to insert my non-cognitive skills. Okay, this one, for example, S3. This refers to as, okay. Oh, sorry. Or, okay. Non-cognitive, okay. Okay, we have to really understand what to put and what to not put, and it can help us to find the right article for us, right? For example, okay, here I want to okay, or non-cognitive, for example, because when we just put non-cognitive skill, for example, it will just detect non-cognitive skill. So we can put like this also, because it will detect the article that write on that. Okay, for example, okay. Then and school climate. School climate or school environment. It will okay. Here also I do use synonyms. We have synonym apps. It's not an app, it's a website. So for example, climate, or what else other words that can refer the same meaning, given the same meaning of climate, for example, school environment. Okay. Okay, these are only the example. Okay, you can explore more. Okay. All right, so we try to search. Oh, search. Oh, ni mesti ada. Okay, kejap dia ada salah. Oh, okay. TS. Okay, all right. So, okay, these are the example, right? Because I'm has only few because I'm very go. Okay, ada banyak, quite many. So, for example, we want this. Okay, we want this. Okay, we want to filter. For example, we want to 2003, 5 years back. All right, refine. Okay. All right, 6 result. All right. So article and language, English, right? Okay, so we have 4. So how to download? We tick article that we want to choose and we export. Here we can choose which file that we want, Excel. Okay, but when we use VOS viewer last time, I need RIS file. So we have to know what software which type of file that they want to that support their software, for example. Okay, so export, right? So here we try to tak jadi. Okay, jadi. Okay, save tracks, right? Alright, here. Okay, in WAS also we can search the article using that method. Okay, so we can have authors, we can mapping into the year and it easy for us to mapping and to put the all the informations that we get from the article, right? And this one VOS viewer. Okay, I want to share with you how VOS viewer works. Okay, these are VOS viewer. We have to download. All right. So I didn't download in this laptop, but you can try to download here. Okay. Actually, in YouTube also have been very good helper. YouTube, Google, because nowadays is very easy to find information. For example, I have problem in Excel, how because duplication, how to remove XX. Okay, so I just Google everything that I want to search, and Alhamdulillah it will. I learn a lot from the YouTube, from the Google. I learn a lot from there. So it's very important for us to, because nowadays we have many platforms that we can get informations. YouTube we have um, Google that can provide us answers, because sometimes we are stuck and we don't know. But normally um, if we don't have the expertise to seek help, we can try to Google, right? Okay, so these are um, the website. You can go through the website and try. Okay, maybe next time I can share how VOS view. I learned from a friend also, so I try um, to share if I got opportunity to share more detail on this, right? So I go back to my sharing. Boleh, Dr. Bambang? Okay. All right. The strategies to bounce back. All right. So after I got the rejections, the comments from the editors, okay, how to bounce back? All right. So I read a lot from the past literature, okay, and upgrade article content, attend other related to PhD classes to learn new knowledge. As I told before, we have to have knowledge also in, for example, research method, um, other kinds of knowledge that related to PhD, not only our method. All right. For example, and upgrading writing skills, attend writing classes, reading a lot of. Actually, I learned a lot from writing, from just hands-on writing that I attend classes previously in UM, and also I seek help from my supervisors. My supervisors very helpful, and especially Dr. Bambang is very swift action, very swift response. So if I text him tonight, he will reply the same day. So it gives me some strength to go to what's next. Okay, all right. And I gain a lot from other lecturers also in University Malaya, and also my colleagues, my PhD colleagues. All right, from other universities also. All right. What are the lesson learned and key takeaways in producing article? I'm not really um, good actually, but I just share from my experience, and from what happened to me, I can say that we have to be brave. We have to be brave. We have to be just try to submit. And for example, at first I reluctant to write in English, but slowly I can write in English actually, even though I'm not really because English is not our first language, right? Okay, so it's quite hard, but Alhamdulillah, I tried. Okay, and find positive colleagues. And this is very important. Positive colleagues that can help you during, because PhD journey is very, actually everyone says it very lonely journey. Yes, it lonely because we just focuses on our research. But for me, when you have friends, even though they are doing the different research, for example, you can share um, um, because we have to talk to someone. We have to talk to someone that understand the research, for example. And positive colleagues will lift you up. For example, you have a problem regarding sampling, so you always can despite of supervisors, colleagues also do play an important role in PhD journey. Myself, my thesis, and also my publication, and keep trying. So because my seniors told me to never give up and keep trying, so that's what I do. I keep trying and seek help. I always seek help when I lost, I cannot seek the answer. For example, I also do rush for my uh, chapter 3, and I always seek help from Dr. Bambang. I learned a lot from Dr. Bambang on rush, and we have to find ways to overcome the challenges that we face throughout our PhD journey and also the publication. And we have to have a good mindset. Good mindset meaning that we have to every challenges have the solution. So we try to find the best solution for us, because throughout the publication and also the PhD journey itself, it's ups and down. It's actually it's about how we find solution, how we found solution to the challenges that we face. The PhD journey is basically about that. So we don't start to um, we don't start too long, taking too long of time to figure out. If you cannot settle it by yourself, you try to look for others to help you. Okay, and of course seek du'as. And I have alhamdulillah, I have 4 children, and every night I ask them to doa for me, for mommy, to finish study, and also to give strength for me to finish the study and also in publication. All right. And last but not least, I received this from one of the people, the student, PhD student also, that uh, taught me a lot. She told me that never give up and you'll be there. So it's not um, how fast, how slow. In PhD journey is very dynamic, is very different from, we cannot compare with others. We certain people have challenges on this, but we have challenges on this. So, but we should not never give up. We never give up, and slowly we'll be there, and slowly but surely. Okay. All right. I think that's all my sharing, Dr. Bambang.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Nadia. So maybe you just off the share screen.
Okay. Dr. Bambang, I talk a lot. Is it I talk a lot?
No, that's okay. We still have time for question and
I,
answer.
no, because I just see my screen, so I
Oh,
just like I'm talking to myself.
no problem.
Okay.
Right. So
Mm-mm.
stop sharing.
All right. Stop sharing.
Stop share. Right. Okay. Right. Thank you
Right.
very much.
Okay.
Okay, Nadia, for the nice sharing knowledge and then also tips for conducting research and preparing the article. So anyone who want to ask, you can just raise hand, and then I will unmute you because that's the way how to control the communication. Anybody? You can raise hand, okay, and then I will unmute you. Or if you want to write on chat.
Anyone want to share? Chat box.
All right. So, okay, we have Afrian, okay, and Sifa and Ade Husna. Oh, I think we need Mas Sufyan, can you unmute Afrian, Sifa, and Ade Husna?
Setting. Yes,
Okay.
please speak.
Okay, Mas Afrian, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the time, Dr. Bambang and Dr. Nadia. After we have finished our literature review and then we want to publish, I think the next challenge is how we properly select the international journals that we want, because one of the reasons we got rejected is because we chose the wrong journals. Is it
Yeah. Yeah.
many journals accept what is systematic literature review? Or so, I mean, what's your suggestions for us
Okay.
as the PhD students? What journals do you recommend for the initial effort for us to public for the SLR? Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
this I share from my experience searching for is quite it's been a challenge for me to find home for my article too, because we have to look at first we have to read the article, the journal description first. What are their type of article that they want to publish? That's the first one. We have to read first. Normally when you, for example, you learning an individual difference, for example, you just Google and we can read. We read first, is the article accept SLR? Because from my best knowledge, not all journal accept SLR article. And currently we have meta analysis is very high. All right, so I have suggestion from editor also. They asked me to provide meta analysis, so I don't think I can make meta analysis because it's very for me it's very I cannot it's not I cannot because I don't have time really to make the meta analysis. So I think the first thing you have to read from the website of the journal, what are the requirements of the article that they accepted. The first thing you have to, and after that, if you try when you have a targeted journal, okay, try to find SLR article in the journal. For example, the school effectiveness. You want to submit to school effectiveness. So you find article, SLR article from the that have been published in the journal.
Thank you.
That's one of my suggestions. Hope it answered your question, Mr. Arfian.
Yeah, I'm PhD
Okay.
student, education.
Right.
So we
Okay.
can say that SLR has a high competitiveness, I think. Is it?
Yeah. And nowadays, I think we have scoping review also. Scoping review. You try to search in Google Scholar, scoping review, bibliometric analysis. Actually, we have a lot of approach nowadays. So I think we have to keep up with the latest trend in the article to make sure our article to publish in their journal.
Yeah, because everybody can access the same database. So how to make
Yeah.
your article unique? So there's the challenge.
That's the challenge. Yes, Dr.
Yeah.
Bambang.
Okay, Miss Siva, go ahead. We cannot hear you. I think you unmute. We still cannot hear you.
Or maybe can type in the chat box.
Okay, Siva, you want to talk or you want to type? Okay, okay. So, Mas Sufyan, can you make Ade Husna and Balkis Ramli
Yes, I'm
unmute,
available.
please? Okay, okay. Miss Ade, yep. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Okay, thank you for the time. And actually, I am really inspired by Ibu Nadia. You are inspiring me because I'm also a
Thank you.
mom of three, and I'm amazed that you are mom of four. You did very well with your publication, and it's inspired me. Um, Miss Nadia, I want to ask about the rejection. You said that you have experienced a lot of rejections, and if the journal, for the example, we got the revision from the journal after rejection. So, do we submit at the same journal, or it's better for us to see another journal for the sake of acceptable? That's my question. And again, thank you for your inspiring session, and pray for us too. Thank you, Dr. Nadia.
You can do it. You can do it for an adios now.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you.
Question. As my experience and also suggestions from lecturers in University Malaya, better we after we got rejected, it's okay if you want to improve the article, if you really want to submit again. But for me, better we try to another journal after we normally we get constructive comment from the previous journal, and after we make the amendments and improved our article, we try to submit to another journal that in our field. And normally, because in study, we must have our flagship journal. Flagship journals mean, for example, which journal that have been your references, your references. Okay, so try to submit in your flagship journal first, and normally we have 3, 4, or 5 journals. So try to submit to another journal if the journal A, for example, rejected your article. Is it answered your question?
Yes, yes, it's clear. Thank you very much, Dr. Nadia.
And I pray you will success.
Amin, amin.
Okay, you can do it.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. So, Miss Balkis Ramli.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Bambang, for this opportunity. First of all, I would like to congratulate my friend, Dr. Nadia, for completing her PhD and successfully publishing in this reputable journal. I met Nadya, Dr. Nadia, during my first semester, and at that time she was in her second semester in UM, but I am actually studying at UKM, University Kebangsaan Malaysia. We met through a mutual friend in the Faculty of Education in UM. So my question is actually, I am now in the position of receiving major correction from Q2 WS Journal for my field. I'm working on public health study. My systematic review is related to older adults population. I received 18 comments, and the time given for the correction is 1 month plus. And Nadia's email just now captured my attention because I received the same due date, 30th November 2023, which is less than 2 weeks from now, to submit my revision. My worries now is actually when I go through one by one of the comment, I am still stuck at the first comment because it's very heartbreaking when they said that my study is lacking of validity, because they questioned me of the inclusion of the articles in my review and suggested me to go through few other systematic review and consider adding on more literature So it takes a lot of time for me to do that because it's a massive work, right? I have completed reading all the systematic reviews, like 6 systematic review, and involve like more than hundreds of articles. And I finally decided that I maybe include 6 more articles. So the reason and the question now is that how I foresee that I can't complete within these 2 weeks of time. What is the best way, if Dr. Bama or Dr. Nadya have suggestion, the polite way to seek for time extension, if we can't meet the deadline they suggest, and do we like put ourselves in more risk if doing so? I mean, like more risk for rejection if we ask for time extension. And my second question, maybe just simple question, because I didn't see clearly just now on the table that you showed. I just want to know like how many comments you actually receive from the reviewer, total comment, and how do you strategize your time to work on the comments? So that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, my friend Balkis. Okay, she is one of my colleagues that have been my backbone. We discussed a lot about our research, all right. And okay, congratulations, Balkis, for submitting your article. And regarding the requirement that have been suggested by the editor or reviewer about you have to add more on the validity, right? Okay, actually I counter the same question, because the same question when the reviewer asked me how valid is your findings, all right. He asked me, do you involve librarian in the searching often? So that time I justify back the suggestion. I find the citation. I try to find citation that it is enough I'm not really remember the citation, but I find citation that support that it is enough for the article to be not involve librarian also, etc. Can you get it, Balkis? So provide citation. I provide citation and I justify that I don't answer. I don't comply to the editor's suggestions, but I do cite and I justify in my article, in my revision. Then it seems that he agreed with he accept the justification, and for me it is okay for you to apply extension, because in my third revision, a second revision, I already come for work. I don't have time, and I emailed to the reviewer. I emailed to the journal. I apply for extension. So that time I apply for extension about a week, but I submit the article less than a week now. All right. So I think it's okay for you to apply extension and strategize. Your question on strategize. Okay, I share with you again the metrics. Okay, this is the major revision that I got. Okay, basically total of question. Okay, I got about, because we have 3 reviewers, they are not really I think for Helion, they have a certain format, Balkis. For example, they ask this kind of question: do the authors explain the reason for writing a review in this field? Okay, so the 3 reviewers will comment based on the question. And for my first major revision, the same question highlighted, and for my second revision also the same question was asked. So I just response to the editors reviewers comments, and as I show you here, it's not really so many questions, but if we calculated, it's by reviewer is about 20 lah, 20 20 things that I have to improve on the article. All right, so okay, Bakis, what I did when I do the, can you see the, oh, I didn't share with you. Sorry, Bakis. I share with you. Patutlah shot sendiri, Bakis. Sorry, Bakis. Okay, this one. Can you see, Bakis? Boleh. Bakis, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see now.
Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm not sharing before. Okay. So as I said before, the Helion, they have a specific question for the reviewer. So they are guided with the questions. And if we look at the question, I have about 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 question times 3. All right. And also from the associate editor also. We have to respond to associate editor. Okay. So what I did for my matrix, I started with the easiest first. Okay, so I try because when we do in table like this, we can identify, okay, which one is not we not cover yet, right? So from here I did the easiest first, and I try to target at least a day you must complete. We must complete how many response. So I did that, Barkis. I try to go to the easiest first, and the last one, the hardest I left and try to find and seek help with other people. That's what I did, Barkis. Is it answering your question, Barkis?
Yeah, it's helped a lot, Dr. Nadya. Thank you so much for your explanation, and please wish me luck for this resubmission.
Yes, you can, Barkis. I know you can, Barkis.
Thank you so much. Inshallah.
Yeah, actually, when you have a major revision, it is normal because in the high journal, 90% rejection rate, getting major revision is a bless. Okay, don't forget about that one. So you really that.
Yes, Bakis, betul. Because in Helion also I got major revision. So I feel very happy when I got major revision. I after was rejected 3 times.
Yeah.
So
My LV also congratulate me when received the review. I'm like, congratulate, but with like this so heartbreaking comments. But yeah, I accept that as like a good news, at least. Not because I waited 5 months to get comments, 5 months waiting. I submitted in 30th May. I only get the response in October. So it's about 5 months, and given 1 month for revision.
the revision.
I think that's a good news because when you got 1 month, so it's meaning that not so much changing that expected from the article. So don't worry about it.
It's major.
Dr. Nadya, Dr. Nadya, actually in our university, we don't have a requirement for students to get published. So all of you are lucky, okay? But at the same time, at the same time, the competition between them, okay, the competition between them is very tough. All of them want to get published in the top journal. So even it is not a requirement, but they want to have some publication. Because most of our students are lecturers, so they also need to get published based for their professional. Okay, next one is Miss Sifa. Okay.
Can you hear me, Pak?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, Ken.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. It is very insightful when I see your slide that you construct your chapter 2 with systematic literature review. I think I want to do the way that you do, the way that you did with your dissertation. first, I want to ask you, which one come first? Did you do your your chapter 2 before or the publication first? And can we have a pick for your dissertation? Maybe you can share your dissertation so we can follow your path to do the systematic literature review for our chapter 2. And the second one, in the Prisma framework, we know that there's a screening part, yeah, screening stage. For the database, how many database we have to use? It is. I saw you use Scopus, Web of Science, Dimension, and how is the minimum database we have to do for our systematic literature review, and for the manual research, manual search, how did you do that? I'm in the stage, in the first stage of my systematic literature review, so I need a bit more detail in that stages. Thank you.
Okay, Shifa. Actually, in the middle of your question, my internet connection is stopped. So I just heard your until your request for my thesis. That's all, and also the last question. And in between,
yeah. For the Prisma, the stage 1, yeah, with this stage screening, yeah. How many database we have to use to make it published properly? And the manual search, how did you do that? The manual search, what do you mean by manual search?
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, first, the thesis I can share with you, especially on chapter 2. And I will give to Dr. Bambang, can Doctor? As an example for chapter 2, and for databases, as I learned before, actually, as if we can provide more database, it is better. But 5 is sufficient. 5 is sufficient, and you must have leading database. For example, I showed just now, Web of Science, Science Direct, and Scopus. Actually, it is depends on the field. Normally, for example, education, for example, most of the article is Web of Science, Science Direct, right? So maybe for other field, could be another database, right? So for manual search, I encounter the article that I got from citation. For example, I'm reading article A, for example. So from article B, it cited article B. So I try to find article B. So maybe my research, I use it not get to the article. So when I read article B, it is suitable for my to be included in my SLR. So that is how I find manually the article that I stated previously. In the article also, I stated 29. I got hand searching. It's from citation in the article that I found from the databases, Shifa.
And for I saw that you minimize from 4,000 and something manually. Yeah.
Yes. That one, yes, we can do that. We can do that, Shifa. We can filter. It's called filtration. So we have exclusion inclusion criteria, right? So let's say we want to find 2003 until 2018, for example. So we can click which year. So it will be easy for us to be more focused on the article that we want. For example, in English language, so we want to include only article journal, because in databases, they also provide book chapters, they also provide proceedings, but we want to focus on the article. That's why we can filter. Scopus, Web of Science, other databases, normally they have filter. Yes, you can explore at the databases lah, Scopus and Web of Science.
I thought they did it manually. Thank you, Bu.
Okay, all right. Okay. Good luck, Shifa.
Actually, in terms of doing screening, you can use
Screening.
sorting in Microsoft Excel, so it's faster.
Okay. Yes, Dr. Bambang is very good at Excel.
All right, so is there any question? So we have another 10 minutes if you still want to ask some question to Dr. Nadya. Anybody would like to ask? All right, so if no one question, I think thank you very much, Dr. Nadya, for sharing session with us. I think we learn a lot, and then all students know that it is not an easy job, right? So Dr. Nadya explained many times she has to refer to another article, she has to read to another sources, asking friends, right? So the starting point should be come from the scientific databases, right? So you cannot just rely on one or two article and then you just thinking that you know everything, right? So it is impossible. So with that, so any last message for us, Dr. Nadya?
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Bambang. Actually, I'm very honored to be the opportunity to share my research. Actually, this is my first time after I got my PhD, and actually I do make some talking points, doctor, but I don't refer at that at all. But I just share based on my experience. So I hope you all understand my sharing, and I hope you all get something from this sharing. It is important. So I'm very afraid that you cannot understand my presentation. So, and I do share my contact numbers and email at the back of the slide just now. So I hope you can feel free to contact me, because I hope it will be we have to share with other people, so it will be our jariah also, right? And the more we share, the more we remember, betul Dr. Bambang? And I hope everyone will excel in their studies, and I pray everyone can publish in the reputable journal as your wish. And as I said before, never give up. Okay, you will be there slowly but surely. Never give up. You have to find the resources. You have to find what are the solutions to overcome the challenges that you face throughout your PhD journey or in publication. And I'm looking forward to write more article with Dr. Bambang actually, but with the time constraint, but I hope I can write more, Dr. Bambang. I'm still learning a lot of things. I have to learn. Okay, even though I am not an academician, but writing it has been my passion, and I love to seek for new knowledge. And I hope all of you also will be the same, always seek for new knowledge. As I told earlier, we have to explore. We have to explore not in just within our research. Try to explore something else. Try to learn about quantitative, about rush, about longitudinal study, because maybe we as my of one lecturer said in we have to make research 10 years ahead from our year, so that our research will be still at par with, and will be referred by other scholars in other countries also. And I always dream, I was told also, we publish it's not where we are, but what we write. So we hope we write with our heart, and with the hope that our writing will be read for scholars around the world, inshallah. That's all, Dr. Bambang. I think I talked a
Yes.
lot, Doctor.
Okay, no more. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
We know better there. All right.
Okay.
All right. So thank you very much, Dr. Siti Nadya. It's very
Okay.
nice to have your experience and knowledge. So I think we learned so much from you. It is a very interesting topic and also equip student with know how to do it. Okay. So we just have to end this session. So thank you very much all for coming and listening and asking. Okay. So see you for the next session later with another speaker, with another experience, sharing with others. Okay. So with that, thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay. So I will
Waalaikumsalam.
close this Zoom meeting room. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you, Pak. Thank you,
Yeah.
Dr. Nadia.
Thank you. Minta maaf ya sekiranya ada tersalah cakap. Okay. Thank you.